Hello and welcome to Drawing with the Blakleys. I'm your most bitter Blakely dad.
And I'm Hannah.
Hey Hannah, who are we drawing this time?
Bittergiggle.
Bittergiggle. More specifically, the version in the soon-to-be released Garten of Banban VII.
7? I didn't know they made a 7.
That's exactly what someone else was telling me today. Your brother. Yep. So this is I've heard it called Mutant, I've heard it called Hellish, a few different things. But this is the new Bittergiggle, and I'm excited to draw it. Thank you to Alexander Hodges and TopsGidado for suggesting this. And speaking of Alexander Hodges, check out their picture of catnap that you just saw on your screen. Nice work. Awesome. Hannah, let's get it started. Start with an eye. Now we've drawn this character before. We first drew it back in the days when it was known as Jester. We knew that its name was Bittergiggle. I'm going to start with the eyes here. If you've drawn this character before, a lot of this is going to look familiar to you because it is stuff that is in the other versions. Obviously this version is just a little different. I'm glad they kind of decided to go with this early on when I was first looking into this character before we did it the first time, months ago. Oh. I saw a fan sort of drawing of this where it was split down the middle like this. I thought that's a cool idea. And I was a little bummed to find out that the actual character didn't look like that. So now I'm glad to see that this is a thing that's happening.
Itchy pokey.
Itchy pokey?
Itchy pokey.
What's pokey?
The comfy is itchy and pokey.
Well, why are you wearing a comfy right now?
Because
right.
I'm cold.
Well, I'm starting with the two halves of Bittergiggle's head here. So it's split down the middle. I'm going to go ahead and do the mouth here.
I think I've seen this character, but just different.
Well, this is not the original version. The Bittergiggle's going through a bit of a transformation, you might say.
I know I've seen him. But he was green and purple.
That's true. Obviously this version is a little bit different.
Because when I saw this, I was like, I know I've seen this.
You were right, hon. You were right. Alright. Let's draw some of those teeth that are going along the inside here. Kind of some canine fang-like teeth here. And let's do some on this side as well. Well, that big one right here. And then add some more in here. It's a cool design. Makes me think of the movie The Thing, a classic. If you've seen that movie, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, which scene I'm talking about. And if you haven't, go check it out. What's wrong with you? It's a great movie. Although, not recommended for anybody under the age of, say, 13. Unless you got a really, unless you're really hard to scare, because it can be pretty scary. Not gonna lie. One of my favorite horror movies. Just amazing stuff. Alright. And a little tongue-like area in here. And some teeth as well. Awesome. Now, let's see. Let's go to this side. We have that sort of wavy, crazy arm that initially some people thought was a snake, or he was trying to make people think it was a snake. Okay, I'm going to stop there because it does kind of turn into a... No, I'm sorry, it doesn't turn into anything. The leg comes down, so I'm going to do that right now. And the leg actually goes in front, and then comes out on the other side. Sweet. Let's here on the other side. We've got one big thick boy arm. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And guys, got some weird textures going on here. I'm not entirely sure about what's going on because I don't know that much about this version of the character, but I'm gonna go with it. Alright. Nice. Can I see yours, my dear? Ooh, love it. Alright. Well, I think at this point, missing anything else? A little bit of something here. And that. Alright, well I think, honey, it might be time to add some color to this guy. What do you say?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Is our version of Bittergiggle from Garten of Banban Chapter 7. Let us know if you decided to do this one, and if so, did it turn out good for you? I'm always curious. I always like to when people say, I drew it and it looks cool, or I did it and I'm terrible and I'm going to give up. I always just want to tell them, don't give up. Everyone makes terrible drawings, me especially, but everybody. Anybody who's done art for long enough, who's done drawing, has done any kind of this stuff, you have bad days. It's just part of the deal. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Have faith in your friends and your ability as a Pokemon trainer. Anyway, on that random note, we'll see you next time, friends. Goodbye.